1 out of 3 home buyers are backing out of contracts right now in Bryan and College Station, Texas. The number one suspect, from what I can tell, it's the HVAC inspection report. So a lot of real estate investors in this current market are one scary inspection away from killing a perfectly good deal on a perfectly good house. My name is Greg Schwartz. I'm a local investor and an agent here in town. And today I'm going to show you the HVAC inspection trap. Why inspectors recommend replacements on perfectly good units, how the new refrigerant laws are being used as scare tactics, and the silent killer hiding in student rentals. Now, I need to let you know this, guys. I'm passionate about this because when I bought my first ever rental property, the inspector told me the HVAC was dead. And guess what? 6 years later, it's still humming along. Had I followed his advice, I'd be out thousands of dollars today. Before we get into this, if you are an out-of-state investor, an Aggie parent, or someone just interested in the Bryan and College Station market, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we drop videos like this every single week. Here's the hard-hitting facts about HVAC inspectors that no one wants to talk about. This is the HVAC inspection trap, and most people don't even realize this. But that HVAC inspector, he's also a salesman for his company, because along with that inspection report where they're going to recommend replacement of the entire unit is going to be an estimate, a bid from the company. He's basically saying the best thing to do would be to replace it. Not that that's wrong, but he's saying that because his company will benefit by giving you a new unit. Yes, the new unit is better, but a new car is better, but I don't plan on getting rid of my truck anytime soon. So you could have a unit that all you need to do is a $250 repair to, but now you're looking at an inspection report that says you need $10,000 worth of replacement, and you're going to turn to the seller. You're going to ask them for $10,000, and they're going to tell you to pound sand because they know for a fact that that house they're living in, it's perfectly cool in the summer, and that could kill the deal. Let me tell you about that deal I did back in 2020. It was a fourplex right here in College Station, and that inspector, he flagged every single unit saying that they were at the end of their life, and he recommended full replacement of all 4 units. I simply increased my maintenance budget so that if I had to replace them, I could. And then I went to my go-to HVAC company here in town and I asked them to come out and take a look. They told me, Greg, these units are fine. They need maintenance, not replacement. I've been running those units for 6 more years. No replacement. Yep, a little bit of extra maintenance, but that's my go-to. Fix it rather than replace it. That being said, because this is an HVAC, if I do need to replace it in the heat of the summer, I've got the funds available to make it happen like that so that my tenants aren't sitting in 105-degree heat, because that's dangerous. Now, here's the one that's scaring everybody in 2026, the refrigerant change. And it's true, R410A is being phased out, and R32 and R454B are the new refrigerants. But I'm seeing agents and inspectors use this to push people to replace perfectly good systems, and here's what they're not telling you. That existing R410A unit can still be serviced. In fact, I think they're still manufacturing it. And even after that, you'll still be able to get access to the refrigerant. It's just some of the parts and replacement might be a little bit more expensive. But is it worth spending $7,000 to $10,000 for a whole new unit? In a lot of cases, no. All right, this is the one that nobody talks about, but is extra scary. And if you're buying student rentals in Bryan and College Station, you need to hear this. It's called Growth in the Intake Plenum, and it's the Barracks Property Special, which is a student rental community here in town. So here's what and why it happens. Students go home for the summer to save a few bucks. They turn off the AC, but it's humid as hell down here in the summer, and that humidity builds up inside the plenum, which is that big box right next to your air handler where the air comes in. And so mold and other biological growth take over. Inspectors see this and they flag it every time. Buyers panic and deals die. But here's the reality. In most cases, that whole box can be replaced for just over $1,000. No need to panic. I've seen this enough that I created a rule of thumb. If it's a student rental and the HVAC system is more than 10 years old, budget $1,000 for a new plenum. Period. Build it into your offer. Problem solved. Okay, so here's the formula that you can use on every single deal in Bryan and College Station when it comes to HVACs. Number 1, if that HVAC unit is more than 20 years old, just go ahead and budget in an extra $7,000 to $10,000 for replacement. Bake it into your offer. This way you don't have to be caught off guard by needs to be replaced report. Number 2, if it's 10 to 20 years old, just increase your maintenance budget by $50 to $100 per month. That should cover the extra maintenance on the older unit and make sure you have enough reserves in your account to replace it when the time is right. It's always good to have reserve. And number 3, if this is a rental property or has been run as a rental property and that unit's more than 10 years old, budget in an extra $1,000 to replace that plenum. This way you already have that baked in. You're not waiting for the report to tell you that, hey, there's growth. And that's it. Those 3 little numbers, you bake them into your analysis ahead of time and you don't let an inspection kill your deal. The investors who are getting deals done right now aren't the ones with the most money. They're the ones that know how to underwrite the actual risk. In this case, it's HVAC. If you want help on your next Bryan and College Station deal, I'm here for for you. Shoot me an email to info@schwartzrealtygroup.com and just say something like cash flow. I'll respond to you personally and we'll get that conversation started. And if you want to know more about investing here in Bryan College Station, I think you should check out this video right here.